All right, well, much more importantly, Andy Kamenetsky, than all of that is Alex Morgan.
Yes!
Alex Morgan is coming in on crutches, and this because I believe just had arthroscopic knee surgery.
Oh, she's walking.
But she's walking in. Now, Alex, first of all, welcome.
Crutches.
Welcome and congrats on the World Cup. Obviously, it's been a crazy couple of weeks for you, no question.
Yeah.
I'm Mike. That's Andy.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Alex.
Thanks for joining. So how are you feeling? How is the knee?
I'm good. The knee is good. It went well, just a little scope, and hopefully be back in 4 weeks or so. But getting off crutches today, so trying to get off them slowly. So bringing them around with me, but I'm able to kind of walk too.
Yeah, you looked fine walking in.
Yeah.
Not even that much of a limp. So it was just a little scope, nothing too serious.
Yeah, not too serious.
Okay, but I do want to say this because I've been watching you play for many years now, and so going into the World Cup, you weren't quite able to get into that full rhythm because you were injured with the knee.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they kind of restricted your minutes early.
Yeah.
How close to really yourself did you feel like?
So I felt like I was, gaining form throughout the World Cup. Obviously, the goals weren't coming as much as I wanted to, but my knee actually started to feel really good. And my other knee, just coincidentally, at the same time as one knee was feeling good, the other knee started to feel like crap. So, it's just that's the way it goes. I feel like a lot of players go through World Cups with nagging injuries, and you just have to, you have to deal with it. And I felt good throughout the World Cup. I just... I wish that I could have made more of an impact by scoring, but I feel like I did my job, and
Sure.
I feel really good about, obviously where we are now.
How much does adrenaline take over just when you're trying to get through one knee bothering you, then the other one, and you guys are running around an awful lot?
So much. So adrenaline definitely kicks in. Yeah, I mean, you're at practice and you're feeling everything and making sure that everything feels just right. Once you get into the game, you don't think about anything.
Yeah, see, that is the thing though. In with soccer, you could tell there was that subtle difference. Usually, if you get the ball at the 18, you're spinning and you're probably going to score.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always thought, I was like, you know what? People don't know this because I don't think people knew that you were even. Many people watching, the millions watching, probably didn't know that you were injured. But all you could do was try to create chances. And then with the team winning and peaking at that time, you probably didn't even care. Right, because that was the ultimate goal, and sure, you would have liked to have scored a couple more goals.
Yeah,
but you won.
At that time, at that moment, however the ball goes in, whether, I'm creating chances by creating a penalty for my teammate to score, then, I know I'm doing my job. So that's what I felt like I did in Germany against Colombia, and obviously in the final, I didn't need to help too much. I just sat back and watched Carly Lloyd do what she does.
What's it like actually having, I guess, I don't know what the equivalent of courtside seat would be for somebody, pitch side or whatever seat, to just seeing somebody get into that type of a zone where they're just unstoppable.
You guys, honestly, I've never seen anything like it. It was unreal. Everything she touched went in. Even the third goal when she chipped the keeper from half field, I was 1v1 with a defender, and I was like, play me. She went to hit it. I was like, that's not going in. Oh my God, I think that's going in. No, it's hitting the post and going. I was like, just keep shooting. Just do what you do.
It was so insane. And so not only that, but the first goal came, I think, in the 3rd minute or the 4th minute.
Oh, it was immediate.
Then the second goal came in the 7th minute. Then the third one came, and so you're already sort of in a delirium. You have a long way to go, but you would only, I think the Team USA had allowed one goal up to that point. So you're like, we're not going to lose this lead, but we still have to play. And then she hits from midfield. It had to be just completely surreal to try to keep your head and try to keep that focus.
I think it was after the third goal, everyone was celebrating, and I kind of had that moment of realness, in the moment. And so I started kind of yelling at my teammates, we need to still stay in the game, and we need to get it back together. I don't care how much we're up. So
because they did pull one back, but it wasn't like it made you nervous though at that point.
Well, you never know.
So,
I mean, and I think at halftime, I don't remember who it was, if it was Abby or someone else, but she was like, we scored 3 goals in 20 minutes, so can they. So, get your heads in it and make sure we finish off this game.
That's going to be so hard where there's the other part of your mind going, okay, this is a wrap. I know this is a wrap. The odds of us actually losing this. But it's also a World Cup final, and this is what we've been working for our entire life. So it's kind of we also want to enjoy those 90 minutes. But that's what I mean. There's got to be a part of you that as this is building, is celebrating in your head because everything.
A little bit, yeah. We were fighting that back, I think, a little bit because, they did score and then they scored again. So at that point, it was 5-2, and which is a crazy soccer score in itself. But, we're thinking, we have this, but there's still 30 minutes on the clock, which is, we're usually a second half team. So to have 5 goals in such a short period of time was a little bit new for us.
Yeah, so what's it like coming back to California? Because if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, Diamond Bar is just, what, like 30 miles east?
Diamond Bar is a little city, 30 miles east, yeah.
Okay, so now you're back here, and people have known you now for a number of years. You had won, of course, gold medal. But what does it feel like bringing the actual World Cup trophy back now here to California?
Oh, it was an awesome feeling. The first place we came to was LA, for the rally.
Yeah, right outside.
Yeah. So you guys probably heard it. Maybe you were around.
Well, so our show was actually live at the corner right outside the restaurant, but it was so loud there. I could barely hear the show, but it was a really cool day that people kept storming in, seeing all the little girls.
They had like 24
jerseys.
hours to tell people about this because it was the day, 2 days after the World Cup win. And so I thought, hopefully we'll get a couple thousand and some of my family will come. And I mean, they were cramming in there like sardines. There was so many people. It was really awesome to see.
No doubt. Well, Andy, we were talking about the video game.
I was going to say, beyond the World Cup triumph, there's a video game triumph now.
Yeah. Women are now going to be a part of FIFA 16, and I have the honor of sharing the cover with Messi, which is really exciting, obviously, because
only the greatest athlete in the world.
Exactly,
right now,
I know he is. So it's really great and like deserving recognition for the women's game and the ever-growing game. So
now, what do you think that this? Because there's always that question, and this came up a lot in the coverage of the tournament, of how to expand, particularly domestic, American interest in the game, what your presence in the video game can do to help with that.
Well, I think just the recognition and actually getting to know the players, I think that a couple of years ago there was 2-3 players that everyone knew. Now there's 4, 5, 6, 7, but now we're gonna have access, and not only to our team but also 11 other teams ranked in the top 15 of the world. So I think that's really cool because a lot of our international matches, aside from the World Cup and the Olympics and all that, aren't really on TV, aren't broadcasted as often as a men's game. So it's really cool to just have people get to know the players, even if it is a video game. It's
when kids start controlling Alex Morgan, on the pitch. I mean,
that sounds scary.
It does. I probably could have phrased it better, but it does create interest, though. It starts getting you start developing your favorite players.
Exactly.
From it. You start developing the players you don't like. I mean, it creates that. It really, I think, generates that interest. That's really critical.
Yeah, totally. So I think it's the greatest thing that EA Sports could do this year. I mean, it's a great year for women's soccer, obviously in the U.S. It couldn't be better for us, but it's an exciting time.
All right, and real quick, the quote from Messi: having women's national teams in FIFA 16 will be great. Alex and her team have accomplished something amazing for their country and the sport in the USA, and to share the cover with her is an honor. That's Leo Messi. So
that's really nice.
Before we let you go, Alex, and it's so great to have you here in studio, what's next? Just get the knee healthy and get going in the women's professional league? Yeah,
get the knee healthy, go back to Portland on Wednesday, support my team as I play on Wednesday, and hopefully be back before the end of season and try to make a push for playoffs. And then we have Olympics next year, so it's getting right back into it.
All right, well, it's going to be a big Olympics for you.
No, none.
Yeah, well, once again, congratulations from us, and we really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thompson Tridelli, ESPN LA.